Would you ever live in a shipping container just so you could live in the Bay Area?
Just can't say that I would. But there's a great story on Bloomberg.com and on the Bloomberg terminal about this. Our colleagues John Gittleson and Prashant Gopal wrote it. And the gentleman's name is Luke Iseman. And here's the first two sentences of their story. Luke Iseman has figured out how to afford the San Francisco Bay Area. He lives in a shipping container.
And there are pictures of some of the shipping containers that he's fashioned.
Okay, so Scarlett, I'm thinking, does this say more about a lack of affordable housing, or does it say that there's a lot of wealth being created in that area of the United States of America, and some people, like this gentleman, are just being priced out?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, he's capitalizing on this attraction to the Bay Area. You've got a lot of immigrants, people from Russia, people from Japan, heading over to the Bay Area trying to make their fortunes, and they need a place to live until they strike it big.
Well, in the story, Patrick Carlisle, he's the chief market analyst for Paragon Real Estate of San Francisco. He says that thanks to the tech boom, 10 jobs are added for every new residence, and the pressure reaching crisis proportions. And he says for some, it is creating opportunity. You would imagine that institutional investors might be at the head of the list to go into the Bay Area and start snapping up some of these rental properties. And then what happens? Rental prices start going sky high. Look at the housing market. The median rent there, $4,252. The median sales price, $1.14 million. That is a staggering amount of money.
It is. And you know what I found really interesting about that story was that Luke Iseman, who comes up with these 160 square foot boxes that people live in, it's not legal.
No, it is not. It's not.
I mean, they're skirting around the laws a little bit here, and he's just kind of waiting for people to catch up. But overall, this is fairly common. As many as 60,000 San Franciscans live in illegal housing.
We also quoted Jake Wegman. He's an urban planning professor at the University of Texas in Austin. He says a Coleman tent might be a stretch, but across the region, in his words, zoning restrictions are unnecessarily tight and do not reflect the way people live. That's probably an understatement.
Well, that's because someone actually did post something on Airbnb, like, come live in my tent, Coleman tent in my backyard, and pay, $90 a day, or maybe probably even more at this point.
Wow, well, that shows the desperation of some people, because we do need more affordable housing, and that's also an understatement.
Yeah, affordable housing in San Francisco, that is such an oxymoron.
It sure is.